Welcome to part 2 of our South Jersey football preview. As we get to the first game, we have Buna taking on Collingswood. Phil, Collingswood coming off a bye, 1-1. Buna 2-1, and both of these teams have postseason aspirations.
They do, and both teams have rallied from season opening losses, disappointing losses. I mean, Collingswood really got tossed around a little bit by Haddonfield, but the Colls have bounced back in a big way. Scored 57 in their second game. The most points, I love this stat, Mark, the most points Collingswood have scored since the 1948 season opener when Skeets Irvine was their coach. So, and then they're off a week, so they got a little bit going.
Yeah, I wasn't even around for that.
You weren't down. No, I think it was the next year. I think you picked up the beat. And then Buna again loses a tough one to Pleasantville in the opener in overtime. They've bounced back, won 2 in a row. Sean Rice are back to watch for them. So a lot on the line for these teams, and like you said, both are angling for playoff berths. This game will go a long way towards determining if you get in and what your seed is.
Saturday at 10:30, it'll be Salem at Woodbury, two South Jersey Group 1 contenders. Woodbury, after a tough 32-0 opening loss to Paulsboro, has won 2 games in convincing fashion. And the Thundering Herd are kind of looking for revenge after losing in the playoffs last year to Salem.
Same deal with Woodbury like we talked about Collingswood and Buna. Start slow, tough loss in the opener. I was there, they lost to Paulsboro. Things just didn't go well for them that day. But they've bounced back in a big way, and they got a sophomore quarterback to watch, Mark, and Andre Parker. This kid's got a chance to be a big-time playmaker in South Jersey. So they have it going, and you're right, a little bit of a revenge factor. Salem knocked them out of the tournament last year. And Salem, a team, was kind of up and down a little bit. First 2 games, 1 and 2. Very impressive win over Pennsgrove last week. A Pennsgrove team that had been rolling big time in its first 2 games. Salem wins in dramatic fashion with a late touchdown and then a 2-point conversion by Zaire Jones. So this game, major implications in South Jersey Group 1.
Speaking of major implications, Camden takes on Cedar Creek on Saturday in a 1 o'clock game. And both of these teams, Phil, you have to think are going to be in that Group 2 race.
There's no question. And Camden has had Cedar Creek's number a little bit. They haven't played a lot.
Right.
But last year, you know, Camden kind of had an off year, only won 3 games. But one of them was an imposing victory over Cedar Creek. And then I think in 2013, Camden handled Cedar Creek in the tournament. So Camden has handled Cedar Creek, but both of those games were at Farnham Park. This game will be down in Egg Harbor City. Cedar Creek 3-0 on paper, 2-1 on the field with a tough loss to Delsey that they then won via forfeit. They have a sophomore quarterback to watch in Louis Barrios, who's a run-pass threat. I think this has got a chance to be a real good game, and like you said, major implications in terms of South Jersey Group 2.
And in a Saturday night game, it'll be Millville going up against Williamstown. Phil, you saw the best game of the weekend last week. Millville defeating St. Augustine 25-23.
Very impressed with Millville. Very explosive and a team you know, that can make plays all over the field. But I thought the most impressive part was that they fell behind St. Augustine at home. After having control of the game, St. Augustine rallied, took the lead, and Millville went 92 yards in 13 plays. Senior quarterback E.J. Nichols leads the way, and Clayton Scott, their all-purpose, do-everything guy, comes through with the winning touchdown with like 25 seconds left. So very impressive Millville team, the defending South Jersey Group 5 champions. And Williamstown had a tough time with the prep, but they bounced back in a big way last week with an impressive win over Hamilton as Wayne Inge Jr. ran for 3 touchdowns. So Williamstown, the dangerous South Jersey Group 5 teams, they got them at home on a Saturday night. This could be a good one, Mark.
Yeah, so despite the fact that a lot of teams have byes this week, still a lot of great action. As always, we hope you enjoy the games. For Phil, Anastasia, Marc Narducci for Philly.com.